Hi, my name is Colleen McGettigan, and I'm going to be presenting my author study mini lesson for the signature assignment. We chose to do Christopher Paul Curtis, and I am focusing on the text, The Mighty Miss Malone. My objectives are that the students will be exploring the role of child poverty during the Great Depression through this text, The Mighty Miss Malone, and we're going to compare it to child poverty today. I kind of took a critical literacy standpoint for this book because I feel that that's very important. We've been learning a lot about it. The second objective is that the kids will analyze how and if things have changed since the Great Depression, examine the effects of poverty that poverty has on American children, and provide solutions to this epidemic in America. We do address some Common Core standards for literacy and history. I'm going to have the children cite specific textual evidence to support analysis of primary and secondary sources. We are determining the central ideas or information of a primary or secondary source, citing textual evidence, and introducing claims. They're going to be presenting solutions to a problem using some evidence. The rationale, this is how I would start my lesson. As we read the literature of Christopher Paul Curtis, we think about where his ideas come from and what has inspired him to write historical fiction books. While listening to and discussing The Mighty Miss Malone, we can explore the concept of understanding child poverty. Although the Great Depression was many years ago, we still have too many people struggling to survive in America and the world. We are going to analyze the similarities and differences of poverty in America in the 1930s to present-day America. Let's think about how Deza's story continues in today's society. What can we do about it? How can we help the millions of American children that go to bed hungry each and every day? We can explore how poverty affects their daily lives and think about solutions to this global problem. I wrote this to try to motivate the children. When they feel like they can help someone, they are much more motivated to pay attention and to do some research. A lesson that I would have to do prior to this lesson to activate their prior knowledge is, we would have charted the evidence of poverty demonstrated by Deza in The Mighty Miss Malone and the characters in 1936. I have a chart sample on the next slide. The lesson procedure, after our book, we would think about the evidence of poverty that the characters face in The Mighty Miss Malone as we view the YouTube video, America's Poor Kids, and the slideshow, Poverty in Today's America. America's Poor Kids is a story about three children that they follow, and over the couple years, everything that they go through, and the parents are just trying to make it. They're in shelters, they move a lot. It just really shows the kids the trials and tribulations that poor kids in America face every day. Poverty in Today's America is a slideshow of real photos of people and children in states all over the United States, and we would be looking at the images and getting evidence from the images for our chart. Just as we charted the evidence of poverty in The Mighty Miss Malone, we will chart the effects poverty has on the lives of children today. This would be, they would work with their partner to find evidence in the videos, and we would have done this chart together. This first chart is the one we would have done together while we were reading The Mighty Miss Malone. Of course, the chart would be have a lot more information on it, but this is just a sample. This is a sample chart of the students working together, looking at the two websites and gathering their information about poverty now in 2014. Once they've gathered all of that information, then they can do the next step. The application, I put that it's kind of addressing critical literacy, research, and writing components. Using the charts as a springboard for your thinking, work with your research group to brainstorm solutions to poverty in America. Now, this would, of course, be surrounding lots of discussion, and the kids love to come up with ideas to help anyone, especially children. So I feel that they will be motivated to do this, and we're going to learn a lot from Deza's character in The Mighty Miss Malone, and then coupled with the video and the images that the kids will observe, you know, they can try to think of ways to help conquer this problem. I also added this second website. I would tell the kids that they can research poverty in America using this link. And this just has a lot of information on it, that how it affects kids, who it affects, what nationalities it affects most. So I think that that's an important thing for them to look into too. And then after they get all their information, the research group is going to write they have a choice between a speech, a commercial, or an editorial that identifies the problem of poverty and provides solutions to their audience, depending on who their audience is. The minimum requirements for this project would be that it is well written, whatever they do, the commercial, speech, or editorial, and if they come up with something different that they want to do, that's fine too. Then make sure it addresses the problem and provides solutions. We will be looking to make sure that they are addressing that. They have an optional activity where they can add some visuals, or they can do some type of a technological presentation. The effectiveness of the lesson, I will be able to tell that the lesson was effective if the students can work together to demonstrate their understanding of how the poverty has not improved since the 1930s. I do want them to see that it really, I mean, if you're poor, life is still, you know, you're still without health care, you still don't have the best schools, you still have problems with your homes, you don't have a lot of clothes, all of those different things. I want them to provide solutions to the problems caused by poverty. So here's listed some of the ones that I would be looking for. You know, they live in unsafe neighborhoods, they have inadequate child care, which causes people not to be able to keep their jobs. There's a lot of issues that perpetuate in poverty. And that's it. Thank you.